friend, O brother, fellow mortal, O spirit who till this hour has gone with us along the course of mankind, now you are come to where on the common pathway of all humanity you rise, to pass the high threshold of that gateway which opens into the unseen. We have shared with you the common pilgrimage, and we in turn shall shortly follow to that place where you now stand, and go on to where you now are about to go. So we attend on you here where time itself falls back, and the timeless begins to reveal itself, here where that which is unreal and a dream dissolves like a cloud, and the real is laid bare. We support you with our loving conviction, with the vision of our faith, and we urge you, with that love and faith, that you advance fearlessly, in assurance, in deep joy, stepping out from this dim world into the yonder light. As then this great change comes upon you, there is now being lifted from you the confining armor and defenses of the body that have kept you heedless of all but the senses. There is being raised for you the helmet and closed visor of that mind of the senses, through which we have all had to find our way during this life in the body, searching for the entrance that leads out of these catacombs into the daylight of the upper world. As you take the first step out of this body, listen, for you can still hear. Listen. Let us sustain and support your faltering mind, for at this moment, when your hold is loosening, your understanding may reel. Attend, listen, be alert, be ready this very instant. Attend, remember.
Attend, remember. Attend, remember. Attend, remember.
Attend, remember. Remember that now you are outside your body. And though when you were in the body you needed eyes in order to see and ears in order to hear, even then it was you who saw and heard through these windows of your body, you who are present here even now, and even now are listening, but no longer with the ears through which till now you have listened. Suddenly you are finding yourself free from all burden of the body and all the dreaming dimness of the mind, and it may seem to you that you have returned to the healthy wholeness of your youthful sight and hearing, but you are not returned. You have gone outside, beyond all limitation of the body, all cramp and shackle of limbs and frame. You now stand freed from all feeling. Pain of the flesh cannot ache in you, nor pleasure suffuse and entice you any more. You are outside the body. You have died. Consider then for a spell. Listen with vital care, for now you know that the soul does not die with the body. See, here is the world, appearing as you knew it, as we about you see it. Listen, perceive that you are hearing us clearly, as we bid you Godspeed towards that which is your goal. Listen, and understand as we hail you, you who are already on the other side. And now go forth further and see, behold and consider. For though you still see us and this place clearly, yet your vision is extending. Perceive that you are beginning to be confronted with other presences. You are becoming aware of others of whom till now you were ignorant. Of such you have heard, but never at heart have you been assured. Note as such, but only that you may be certain of your own bearings, only that you may know without doubt that this is no dream, rather that you have awoken from the dream, which we, still in the body, must continue, till for us too the veil is rent. Return then for a moment, take up your station above this body that now lies beneath you. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, for now coming upon you is a further phase of your rebirth. Now opening before you is the way to emerge into your true and abiding selfhood.
O undying one, at this hour your forgetfulness is fading. The illusion of your separate existence begins to disappear. The bonds of your body are being loosened and let fall. You are about to rise from this twilight dusk into the full radiance, as do the peaks of everlasting snow, in which the never clouded sun reflects itself, as do the mountain summits that rise and pierce into that air which no creature can breathe. So now your timeless being, who never sleeps, once more emerges. Once more you have come to that moment when you cannot but recall your eternal nature. Therefore remember, remember, remember. Oh, you truly are.
Remember who you truly are, and listen to me, to this voice which gives words to what you know, which gives understanding to that which you now must experience. For this is the time when you, who have for many years been involved in action, must realize that all doing is illusion unless it can be known as being, that all acts are vain if they cannot be seen as the dawn of understanding. All your deeds, words, and thoughts were not real in the way that those who are subject to human ignorance imagine them to be real. For the deeds of human beings are imagined by them to be sure ways in which the flesh may preserve itself, and their words are falsely fancied to be spells through which the ego, confined by its willfulness to nothing but sense impressions, may shape the minds of others, and their thoughts they use as drugs, wherewith to fend off the truth of actual disappointment by still more stubborn and more blind self-illusion. But every deed, word, and thought you now must realize was real, in that it revealed to you who it was that you imagined yourself to be, what it was that you were seeking for, and how far you either resisted this liberating self-knowledge, thus making your illusion deeper, or at length acknowledged your ignorance and sought for enlightening vision. So now, with more resolve than you ever sought water when sore athirst, or food when starving, or alms when a beggar, or mercy when you were helpless before another, or longed for love when forsaken, at this moment determined to become aware of what you have been and of what you did, said, and thought throughout those years which today must be ended. Now remember these many things which you have forgotten. You must recall them. But then, having endured the sight of what is past, you may remember who you, in the eternal present, everlastingly are. It is this one thing which you, the eternal spark, in the depth of your unchangeable essence, long to know and to be. But so deep has been your descent into the abyss of the manifold, though now the cosmic tide of time must bear you up to the zenith, to the height of the undifferentiated splendor of that timeless one, though as inevitably as the comet plunges into the sun, your essential nature now must seek its union with the infinite Son of all being. Still, unless you now banish from your mind the dreams of your past and sundering fleshhood, they will reassert themselves. Though they are now behind you, if you fail to know at this moment that these dreams are over and finished, you will be convinced that they are still present, still real. You will be bewildered, and looking on as one hypnotized, you will feel as in a nightmare that you can do nothing but gaze, confounded and aghast. And so, if you believe that these dreams are reality, and that you are the phantom, if you fail to know that you created them, that you alone can, if you wish to, banish them, then because of your ignorance, they will arise between you and the light. Your true nature will be deluded and unable to see. Then, while longing blindly for the light, you must endure a delirium, a self-created hell. Though these dreams are vain things, unworthy things, sordid, shameful, degrading, and ghastly things, still, if you do not see them for what they are and what you are, you will unwittingly cling to them, unconsciously sustain them, feel helpless and fascinated before them. And so, paralyzed by your terror, you will let slip by these moments, these precious moments set for your deliverance. As a sick beggar in delirium clings to his soiled mattress in a dark and noisome hut, and looks on those who come to aid him as being robbers who have broken in to steal all that he has, when indeed they have come to cleanse and refresh him, to bear him out into the sunlight and wash him in the clear water of the stream. So if you cling to your dreams of the past, you stand in the instant danger of being bound again to a phantom world. This moment is of supreme urgency, for it is the destiny of you and of all men that in this hour you may no longer ignore these many actions you have done, some in wisdom, some in careless sloth or indifference, and some in the deep ignorance of egotism, but all done by you. And these actions must abide in their partial being until you, and only you, dismiss them and let them vanish. Therefore I say to you now, awake, remember who you really are, attend, remember.
Attend.